I got engaged to a blind Duke. Episode 180. Rabbit, sister is here. As Marin headed toward the cabin carrying a basket full of meat, Bunny approached excitedly. Behind Gerald, who was watching the woman he loved and the demon beast, Shadow Egg quietly appeared. I report to you. Today 2 children discovered Bunny. Didn't we block the villagers' approach to the cabin? Yes. However, it seems the children couldn't be controlled. Raise the perimeter guard higher. Yes. After Al secretly disappeared, Marin's gaze, who had been handing meat to Bunny, reached Gerald. Did we encounter children? So it seems. Marin looked at Bunny, who was eating meat enthusiastically, with a dark expression. In case Bunny wanted to return to where it originally lived, she didn't lock the cabin door or anything. The shadows also only guarded the vicinity if Bunny tried to go somewhere, but didn't specifically block it. To her, it was a companion animal, but how scary must it have been when the young children saw it? Though she trusted Bunny, what if the children approached and got hurt? Just imagining it was heartbreaking and terrible. We should send it away, shouldn't we? Marin whispered quietly in a sad voice. Gerald considerately only nodded slightly to affirm. An empty wind blew through her heart. No matter how precious the rabbit was, she couldn't endanger people. As if comforting her distress, Gerald wrapped his arm around her shoulder. Bunny, who had been tearing at the meat, seemed to sense something was wrong in the atmosphere and looked at her cautiously. Marin forced a smile while stroking the rabbit's head. Is it delicious? Bunny nodded as if it understood. She could feel the silver eyes, a symbol of demon beasts, carefully examining her face. Even when she raised it in the past, the rabbit quickly noticed her gloomy moods. Bunny put down the grilled meat and brought its round head to her embrace. Rabbit, Marin choked up and couldn't continue speaking. In the past too, when she cried or felt depressed, it would approach like this and bring its round head to her embrace. As if it knew that petting it would make her gloomy feelings fly away. Now it was too big to fit entirely in her arms, but Marin stroked Bunny's fur just like in the old days. You remember? But sister is fine. I'm not depressed. When the rabbit brought its head to Marin's embrace, Gerald, who had been tense, relaxed his body at her words. And he was amazed once again inside. To think it would do exactly the same actions as when it was a rabbit in the past. Gerald, I'm sorry. Just a little more time together. Marin looked back at Gerald and spoke earnestly. All right. Marin gently separated Bunny from her embrace and directly picked up meat to offer it. Eat a lot. Sister will bring you more grilled meat. Bunny's eyes sparkled as it received the meat with its mouth and ate. The silver eyes that held Marin in them shone as if happy. In the open field, the village children gathered in a circle with their heads together. As the children's gazes focused on him, Ronnie spoke confidently. I went to the mountain, and there were no wolves. My mom definitely said there were. Joseph drooped his eyebrows and objected. To this, Ronnie looked around once, then whispered low the secret he had kept hidden for several days. Not wolves, but there's a rabbit. I saw it. A rabbit? Yeah. But it's incredibly big. That's why the adults tell us not to go up the mountain. Because of a rabbit? Joseph opened his eyes wide as if dumbfounded. Rabbit, 5 fingers. Minnie, who was crouched in the center of the circle of children, spread both arms wide. Ronnie folded Minnie's arms back and continued speaking. That's right. It's not an ordinary rabbit. That's why the adults tell us not to go. Then can we go play on the mountain? Joseph asked back with expectant eyes. He was already bored to death from not being able to go to the mountain. When his parents spotted him, they made him do chores, which was hard and annoying. He needed a place to hide from his parents' eyes. If we go to a different area from where the rabbit is, we can play on the mountain. Let's go. Let's go. Still, I won't go. Mom said she'd scold me if I went. I can't go either. Sorry. A few dropped out, and the remaining children's eyes lit up. So only Ronnie, Minnie, Joseph, and the plump Bree headed to the mountain. On the uphill path, Bree, who was the most behind among the group, panted heavily. Guys, let's go a little slower. Bree. You usually don't want to go to the mountain, so why did you follow today? When Joseph asked with an annoyed expression, Bree scratched his head and laughed. Hee hee. Since the other kids aren't going, I can go this time too. Actually, it wasn't that he disliked the mountain, but that the children wouldn't include him. Because his actions were slow due to his chubby build. Joseph, coward. Perhaps thinking Joseph was bullying Bree, Minnie stepped forward. You little thing. Who's a coward? When Joseph got angry at Minnie, Ronnie blocked in front of his younger sister and frowned. Hey. Why are you doing that to Minnie? Minnie called me a coward. Ronnie looked at Minnie, who had learned the word coward, with a troubled expression. Without even knowing the meaning, she found the word amusing and had been calling Mom and Father cowards for several days. Each time, he had to put his bread in Minnie's mouth. She's still young. When Ronnie spoke maturely, Joseph looked at Ronnie with incredulous eyes. We're young too. I'm all rested, shall we go now? Bree, who had been following from behind, interjected with good timing. Yeah. Let's go, let's go. Ronnie took Minnie's hand and led the way. Joseph grumbled while pushing Bree's back as he fell behind. Soon they arrived at the open field where they often played. It was a place where lumberjacks often rested, with several cut tree stumps scattered around. It was perfect for playing while climbing over and around the large tree stumps, and the deep cave that a fox had dug and abandoned was ideal as the children's secret place. Wow, this is your secret cave? It's Bree's first time seeing it, right? Want to go inside? Ronnie introduced the cave as if he were the leader. Do you think I can fit in there? Bree hesitated while wiping the sweat he had worked up from coming here. The entrance is just a bit small, but inside it's wide and deep. Minnie quickly slipped into the cave first. Bree. Come in. Let's play house. Minnie, I told you to call him Brother Bree. When Minnie also gestured from inside, Bree took a deep breath, curled his body into a ball, and squeezed himself into the cave. The cave entrance was definitely narrow. With Joseph and Ronnie pushing from behind, Bree popped into the cave. Wow. It's spacious inside. There are even wooden swords here? Bree, who had entered the cave, looked around at this and that with curiosity. Hey, be careful with that. Those are our treasures. When Joseph came in, Minnie looked at Joseph and said another word. Joseph, scaredy cat. Hey, are you going to keep doing that? Minnie giggled and ran out of the cave as if escaping, clinging to Ronnie's side. Ronnie sighed and looked down at Minnie. Minnie. Scaredy cat is a bad word. Stop it. Okay. Minnie nodded her head innocently. She answers well. She'll definitely do it again soon. Ronnie, you come in too. Let's pick wooden swords and have a sword fight. Joseph glared at Minnie once, then called Ronnie. All right. Just as Ronnie was about to enter the cave, Minnie poked his side. Brother, what? Minnie pointed somewhere with her trembling finger. Ronnie turned his gaze following the small finger. Under the green leaves, a large gray rock was crouching. Ronnie's eyes widened. It wasn't a gray rock. A gray wolf as big as a large rock was drooling while glaring at them. Grayer. At the thunderous howl that shook the mountain, the leaves trembled. Kaiawea. A scream burst from Minnie's small mouth, her eyes wide as they could get.